Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. You know, it's one of those things that no matter what the Cowboys do, that they're going to get crap any which way. So a lot of people, I think there's a little bit of a misnomer that when you hear about a contract, that some of this ends up being that you listen to the total numbers of the contract and the average per year, but don't necessarily understand all the dynamics of it. So they say, oh, you can't sign a player because you signed a contract that's so big. And that can be true. For example, a contract that the Cowboys signed that they probably shouldn't have was Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup's contract was originally $52 million with, I believe, $36 million guaranteed. The number you really have to pay attention to is how much of the money is really guaranteed, because after that guaranteed money is up, it gives you an out. So with not Demarcus Lawrence, with Osa Odighizwa, we're hearing numbers of a $90 million 4-year deal, $22 million a year, although I've heard some rumors that it's not quite that high, that Osa really wants to be back in Dallas and so on. And, of course, the Cowboys are going to milk this situation out as much as possible. I still believe that there's more going on than just the Osa Odighizwa deal. I think the Cowboys, understanding that Micah Parsons is looking for a Super Bowl win, that he's not looking just for the money. He wants to win. You know, I'll say that Myles Garrett literally saying to Cleveland, I don't want to ever negotiate with you guys again because I want to get out, because I don't see you guys ever competing for a Super Bowl. And that's why he refuses. It's not about money at this point in his career. It's about wanting to win. And I think Micah Parsons, to some point, is there too. It's like, what are the Cowboys going to do? You hear him constantly pounding on the Cowboys and saying, don't let a guy like Osa go because he helps to make me more effective. And let's bring in some other people. That's why I don't need as much money. I've got my podcasting and Bleacher Report, even though the app is still screwed up. I wish they never fucked with the damn app, because half the time it won't even open. And it used to be it would go right to my presets of the Cowboys. I could see all the news. Now I got to go through and go to the app store, force shut it down, and then, reload it and shit. It's a pain in the ass. It sucks. You need to fix this shit, Michael. Fix this shit. You got HBO Max sponsoring you, and you're looking like shit. Sorry, I digress. I just don't like having my Bleacher Report being screwed up for no good reason. All right. Got that off my chest. What would Osa Odighizuwa's contract look like? Here's the thing. When you hear $22 million and you say, well, damn, at the moment, we only got $2.5 million of cap space. Now, we do have the $18 million that's going to come over. So that gets us up to, over 20, right? And there'll be, flipping the trigger with Dak Prescott. And if they redo Micah Parsons' deal, extend him, they'll have some room on it. Now, ultimately, what you want to do for the Cowboys is they're always late to the party. Ideally, you don't want to wait until the 5th-year option year to sign somebody. You want to sign them the year before, or the 4th year, the last year, if they're not a first-round draft pick. Because then you give them the extension and basically you say, you're the highest paid, but you're not paying for it till the next year. We don't do that. And at least, I guess I could say at least that they're trying to do some contracts before the combine. Great. Or at least before free agency starts. That's a start. But ultimately, it's still waiting till the last minute on Osa Odighizwa. Be that as it may, what can we look and expect his contract to look like? So what I've done is I've pulled up some contracts that are comparable to Osa Odighizuwa's type money. First, we have Leonard Williams. Now, Leonard Williams signed a 3-year deal, worth $64 million. And you say, wow, that's $21.5 million. But the guarantee money, now this is the key here, is only $26.15 million. So what does that actually look like? I know I've got my big head in the way, so I'll pull it up a little higher. So the first year of the deal, his cap number was only 10.4. It's not bad at all. Well, shit. That's not bad. The second year, $15 million, right? And then the last year of the deal, there's actually no more guaranteed money. His cap number is 29, but you could actually walk away from the deal with a $22 million hit. Now, I would say that you'd probably go ahead and say, you might as well, if you're going to take a $22 million hit, you might as well keep him on the roster, or you can make him a post-June 1st hit and spread it out over 2 years. And that's because of his age, that's a shorter deal than what Osa would be actually getting. So let's take Daron Payne. Daron Payne signed a 4-year, $90 million contract and $22.5 million per year with the fully guaranteed of 46. Again, what you got to pay attention to is that guaranteed money. Now, he signed this. When did he sign this? He signed this in 23. So with him getting, this is $22.5 million. His first year was only $8.6 million. That's not bad at all. Now, they didn't do as much signing bonus on this one. You'll see the signing bonus on him is only 5.6. So his cap number this year is actually 21, the second year of the deal. And you go to the third year, it's 26. And that year, after 3 years, that's the end of the guaranteed money. So if they decide after this year that they want to move on, they can take an $11 million debt hit. It's chump change. So understand, it's really the guaranteed money that's on there. So that's kind of what we're looking at. If we go through and we sign Osa Odighizwa and the first year it's 8.6, that's not bad. And even next year at 21, okay, not, great, but you are looking at saying you've got a great player at a good price. And see, this is the thing that you have to do to get there. You need almost a reset in what you do, because if you're doing this with players that are after their third year, in the end, they'll cost you less money because you're getting it done early. And that will keep you from spending so much money out front. Because ultimately, $21 million sounds like a lot this year. It does. But the franchise tag number is 24 right now. Next year, it'll probably be 27. So if you lock in Osa Odighizwa at 21 or 22 this year, and had you had another year that you could have basically waited to pay him as far as cap goes, it doesn't seem quite as big. We'll take one more look at this. We'll take Dexter Lawrence. And Dexter Lawrence signed his deal, I believe, in May of this year. Yeah, it was May of 24. So it hasn't been quite a year yet. So the first year of his deal, excuse me, forgive me, I've got this cold. Probably been going to the hospital, going to the hospital and getting sick. The first year of his deal was only $14 million, which is 5.6% of the cap. And then it's 23, 27, and 29. But I believe he had more guaranteed. No, he didn't. He had fully guaranteed money of 46. So you're seeing that nobody is getting like 90 million guaranteed. And what you see here on this is after 2 years, there's an out. You follow me? So even though his third year on this contract, it's $27 million, none of that money is guaranteed. So if you were to cut him, you take a $14 million dead hit, or you go through and you can make that a post-June 1st. And just for hypothetical, let's say cut June 1st, you take and save $20 million. So you take $7 million the first year and $7 million the next year. So if they structure his deal kind of like what these are, and these are ones that you can look at, it's not the worst deal in the world. In fact, that's more team friendly than anything else. And typically, if you were going to sign a free agent, you'd sign them to a 2 or 3 year deal, and understand after 2 years, you're going to try and get them out. And let me pull it. Well, I'm sitting here because we have Trayvon Diggs. Let's use this for example. See, we signed him to a $19.4 million deal, a $97 million deal. But we only guarantee $33 million of it. So here's the thing that's interesting about this is, technically, because the Cowboys signed it a couple of years ago, his cap number is $12.6 million, right, for this year. If the Cowboys decided that they move on from him because of the injury and things, they can do that, and they would only take $9 million dead. They'd save $3.6 million, or they can make him a post-June 1st cut, which would be $3 million in dead money. So they could save $9.6 million for this year. Now, understand, the rest of that would be next year's hit, like we have with Michael Gallup. But because they ended up doing all the guaranteed money and signing bonuses, there's an out after a couple of years. Now, ideally, you're hoping that the player plays through the contract so there's no dead money. But the way this contract was done, it was actually done rather well to protect the Cowboys. Now, we'll see if and when this contract gets done, how much guaranteed money in it, because that's ultimately going to determine. You could say it's a $150 million deal, but if it's only $20 million guaranteed, it doesn't mean jack. I mean, they could sign me to a $150 million deal and guarantee $1, and it could end up being that they only pay me $1. And I'd be happy to sign that deal, Jared. I'd be happy to. So you guys can pick up the phone and give me a call if you'd like. Alrighty, good people. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Peace.